Hey guys, I'm Luke Williams, and today we're going to be going over how to film your own fishing trip. Now, I know a lot of you guys look at me and say, that's the guy that loses to Ashla on Battle of the Baits all the time. Well, that's true, but what you don't see behind the scenes is I'm actually a producer for Rated Red, and what that means is one of many roles that I have to play is making sure that our cameras are in the right place and we have the right cameras for the job. And so when we're out fishing, I want to make sure we catch every moment from every angle that we can with cameras that are going to do well in that environment. So today, we're going to talk about it.
Got a little catfish.
The very first thing we have to talk about is the type of cameras you're going to use. Now, when we're on the river, we use GoPros, but there's lots of other types of action cameras you can use that are waterproof. The reason I like them is because they are waterproof and they give me a port that I can charge while it's recording. Now, this is important because a lot of times the batteries in these action cameras don't last very long. So you can actually get an external battery and plug it up into your GoPro or your action camera, and then it's going to make sure that the battery doesn't die and you can record for long periods of time. I've run as long as about 24 hours with an external battery before, but depending on the size, you can actually run longer. All right, so, I mean, he ain't huge. I mean, unless I put him way up there. Look, the biggest fish ever caught. Ha! I mean, he little. We're gonna put him back. All right, now we have to talk about how to mount those cameras to your kayak. At the front of my boat, which is my main camera, I've actually got a simple little monopod. It looks like a little stick, and it is riveted into the front of my kayak, and it unscrews at the base so that when I'm traveling, I don't break it off, but I can attach either my GoPro or a larger camera if I wanted to that monopod. Now, if I'm using more than one camera, you'll see behind me I've got a second GoPro over my shoulder. It's actually attached just to a painter stick. It's saving a little bit of money there. It fits inside the rod holder. And then we've got some heavier duty clamps that we use that have a 1/4-inch thread on them. And that's mounted right to the top. And then my camera is mounted to that. And so it gives me a nice solid platform. There's times where it can be a little bit bouncy, which is why you'll see I've got bungee wrapped around it. It kind of holds it down and holds it steady, but it's a lot cheaper than getting some of the more pricey additions that you can have for GoPros when attaching them to boats.
Awful small fish for that bait. What you doing there, my man? You know what? I'll take that.
All right, now that you have your camera set up and everything in place, we need to talk about your audio. Now, this is tough because I don't know of any waterproof audio systems out there that work as lavaliers. So usually I use the GoPro audio. Now, if you've ever watched Battle of the Baits, what you're going to notice is we have great audio, usually, because we have a wireless audio system that goes to an audio recorder. Check out the difference between the GoPro and our wireless system right now.
Gitchy, yeah.
Still on stage 3. Just singing.
What if I use like some kind of spell? Come to me, little fish.
All right, so as you can tell, there's a big difference between the two, but there's also a big difference in the price point. So if you're not looking to spend a lot of money, this right here is probably going to do you just fine, which is the GoPro audio. All right, guys, and a couple more tips. If you do catch a fish, be big about it. Have a lot of fun. Let your viewers enjoy it with you.
Come here, baby.
Woo! No!
Yeah!
No!
And then also, talk to your camera. Create a storyline. Tell people where you're fishing at, what lures you're using. All the things that you want to talk about all the time, but your wife doesn't want to hear, your camera would love to.
Come and eat my Rice Krispie.
All right, guys, I want to know, what other tips do you have for filming your own fishing trip? Let me know in the comments below, and then make sure to check out all the new episodes of Red Hot Building every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Rated Red's YouTube channel. From the river, I'm Luke Williams.